Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel and become part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much to every single one of you that have been supporting the channel from the start until now. And of course, very appreciated the newcomers that will be part of it also. I'd like to mention that my threads are 100% cotton thread. They are from Portugal. I am in Europe. And there are 4 plies, similar thickness to Aunt Lydia number 3. My colors go by number and not by name. Okay. And for the most part, I use 2.75 hook, a small one millimeter. Small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. I also like to mention I do have a crochet private group. If you're interested to join the beautiful queens there, you're more than welcome as long as you have a profile pic. And I have a crochet page on Facebook and also Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is click on them. Of course, if you have not subscribed, click on that subscription. It's free, you know that, and hit the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's the only way we can continue to create these beautiful pieces for you guys. By keep growing the channel, of course, by YouTube recognizing the channel and circulating it. And I am so grateful and appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. For a lot of yous that question on my threads, I do ship them out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams equivalent. 300 to 325 yards, okay? And minimum order by 6. It's the only way I can cover the shipping. I make nothing out of it, so I know you will be asking because I get a lot of questions on them. So here you go. Okay, so let's get started. Please don't forget to share the video or the channel in your Facebook public or your groups, your Facebook crochet groups, through your WhatsApp, your Instagram. It's the only way to keep going and circulating it. Okay, thank you. I send you much blessings. Okay, everyone. So yesterday, or did a tutorial yesterday. Today I had uploaded the doilies that I had mentioned on the video for the centerpiece, and today I'm going to create the centerpiece because a lot of South American from India, many other countries, they create sets to feed their families because they sell them as sets. So I decided to go with the set. So we're going to work on the centerpiece today. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video, and if you have not subscribed, please do so. Thank you. Okay, so I'm thinking using these with white, but I changed my mind a lot. So don't know if I might use some of that mustard. Probably use this for the flowers. Not sure, but you'll see as I go. Anyway, this is color 46 and the brown is 37. So I'm going to start off with white base. These are all 4-ply 100% cotton thread, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Cotton, remembering that Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker than my thread, so your patterns do become way bigger. Okay, so I'll see as I go as far as for the colors, because like I said, I changed my mind quite a bit. That's just how I am. I like to try different colors. If I like it, I stick with it. If not, then I change. Nothing wrong with that. And some of you, I know you're afraid to use colors, but you shouldn't because it's really absolutely beautiful. And that's the beauty of the pattern, to get all these colors in. I have so much glue on my tablecloth here, on my little table, and nail gel, and you name it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get started. We want 2.7 hook, small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. I'm going to start off with the magic circle. And I'm going to do a slip stitch just to secure that magic circle, coming back in with a single and 2 chain. My first double crochet, coming in again, doing total on this round 1 24 double crochets. Okay, so I'm going to close in my second chain from the very first one. I went up, single and 2 chain. Now if you have a hard time with a magic circle, do an 8 chain. Okay, I'm coming into the next double crochet, stretching my thread a bit, doing a single 1 chain, and I'm going to do an increase in the same stitch, and next stitch 1 double crochet low, into the next one 2 double crochet together and 1 double crochet alone. This is row 2. This is how we're going to continue this row all the way to the end. 2 double crochet on the same stitch, 1 double crochet, 2, 1 double crochet, 2, 1 double crochet. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I finished with 1 double crochet and I've put it in that single 2 chain weaving up. You have to remember that, because remember, if you're doing like me, going over to the next one, doing that single and 1 chain, you can't forget because it tends to stay behind. So I come in the middle of that 1 chain and I've closed up. Again, going into the next one. Doing my single, stretching a bit, not much, and 1 chain. Increase again. So again, I have 2 double crochets, 1 chain. And I have to look at my pattern because I can't remember all the stitching all the time. So we are in row 3. So row 3 again, we're going to repeat exactly what we did of row 1. Again, 1 double crochet, the next one 2 in the same stitch. 1 double crochet, 2 in the same stitch. This is row 3, and this is how we're going to repeat all the way around. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and so on. Okay, going into the last one, don't forget you really have to squeeze yourself in there. If you're doing the same way as me, if you're doing just the regular 3 chain up, then it's different. I like it this way because you won't tell the line going up as much. Okay, going into row 4. Again, my single and my 1 chain, my increase. Row 4 will be increase, 2 together and 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, and then 2 together. So this row 4 is 2 double crochet on the same stitch and 2 double crochet, 1 per stitch. So 2 together, 1, 1, 2 together, 1, 1, 2 together, 1, 1. We're going to proceed that way all the way around the same way. Okay, everyone. Closing in row 4, going into that very first one I did with 1 double crochet, because I already had done 1 here. Going in the center, that 1 chain I did, and closing it in. Okay, so going into row 5. Row 5 will be 3 alone and the increase. So coming into the next one, single, 1 chain, my increase, and then 1 into the next stitch, my 2nd double crochet, and into the next stitch, my 3rd double crochet. On my 4th, increase, 1, 2, 3, in my 4th, increase. This is row 5. Now doing the 8 chain on the other pattern, I did do the 8 chain on the center, so the hole is bigger. So this time I went with the magic circle. It does make a difference, but this, because I did the magic circle, it will tend to pull a little bit more. Here you can see the difference of the bigger hole, right? No biggie, but you know, I prefer the magic, so when I can get away with it, then I'll do the magic. Going into row 6. Okay, everyone, going into row 6. Row 6 is 2 together and 4 alone. So going into the next one, I know it's kind of tight here, so you have to, if you're doing the same way as I am, you cannot miss that stitch. So single, I don't want it too loose or else it's going to look very obvious that stitch is loose. Single and 1 chain, increase on the same one. Next one, 1, 2, 3 on my 4th one. No, actually 4 on my 5th one, doing the 2 together. Almost made a mistake there. Okay, so 1, 2, 1 per stitch, 3, 4 on my 5th, increase in the same stitch. This is row 6. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, finished row 6. I always have to give it a little stretch, but anyway, everything goes to normal as we keep going, and then once we block also. So even if it waves a bit, it's okay if you did the magic circle. So this row 7, I'm going into the next one. Single, 1 chain is 1 per stitch. There is no increase on this row. You just got to make sure if you're doing exactly like me, you have to come on here because this tends to hide it, right? So 1 per stitch all the way around. That's all there is on this row 7. Okay, so 1 per stitch. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, finished row 7. Now, when it starts waving a little bit, not by much, a little bit. I usually always have this little bottle of laundry softener and water mix, and I like to spray it on and give it a stretch, what I already did, and doing again some more. And once you do that, it automatically, of course, if it's not too wavy, it becomes nice and straight. And then remembering as you're going, it gets better. And then, of course, once you block, this is just to help with the waving to control it a bit. So little techniques for you, okay? So into the next one, going into row 8, single 1 chain. This time we're going to do increase, and we're going to do the increase on the 6th. So we're going to have 5 alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. The 6th one, we're doing the increase. Then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my 6th, doing the increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 8. Okay, everyone, going into row 9. I've loosened up because I had still string back here from that magic circle. I've also loosened up a bit so it doesn't start pulling too much on it. Okay, so into the next one, single, one chain, increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase on my 7th. So the previous row we did the increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th. This one's on the 7th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7th increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so completed row 9, going into row 10. Coming in now, this is going to be different. Single, 1, 2, 3, no, actually, single 2 chain. I don't know what I was thinking. So we've done our first double crochet. We're going to build 4 double crochets, 1 per stitch, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And try not to tighten too much because then you'll have a hard time going in. So I'm going to go into my 5th, not counting the one on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, into my 5th. And I'm grabbing those 2 loops together. I'm not only grabbing the back loop because then it pulls too much on that back loop doing double crochet. So far I have 2 double crochet. I'm going to do 1 per stitch. You should have a total of 9 double crochets all the way to the end. And this is how we're going to work all the way around. We have to make the loops in order to continue with the design. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and I have my last loop, 9 double crochets. I'm going to skip 1, 2 into the 3rd one, double crochet, creating those 4 double crochets again, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If your tension is tight, you can use a bigger hook. 1, 2, 3, 4 into my 5th, and I'm grabbing those 2 loops there together. So right in the center, creating double crochet, again my 9 double crochet. We're going to do this all the way around. We should have, if I'm not mistaken, 24 of these motifs. You have to have even number. So that's a way to let you know if you have odd number, no good. It's got to be even numbers. Okay. So again, and make sure you have the 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2 on my 3rd. Create the 4 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do chain 12 and continue again. I'll meet you at the end of my row. everyone. So I'm down to my last one. I have 24 of these. And I'm going to come in and close it on my very first one, and I arrive perfectly if I skip 1, 2, because that's the hidden one, remember, and into the third. So just came out perfect. Now we're going to do the slip stitch all the way to the top of the motif. Slip stitch, slip stitch. I'm going to grab my smaller hook because I don't want to poke big holes through this chain here that we did, the chain 12, remember? So I'm just slip stitching all the way to the top. Of course, I'm not tightening up because this is a smaller hook. We don't want to pull on the pattern. So make sure that you do the slip stitch one by one, and then coming in the corner of that third chain. Remember, we had to do that 3 chain. Well, when we turn it into the 5th place, that means it stayed 3 chain there. Single. So we need to do 4 singles. I have my first one on the corner, second, third, and 4 singles. Now we need to do a 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And don't tighten it too much or you'll have a hard time with it. Now either you can use your small hook or you'll have to come right at the corner here. Go right in the center of that stitch, right at the corner, and do your single. And then 1 per stitch inside of that chain. So 1, of course a little bit tight, it's normal. 2, especially this is a bigger hook. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. We're going to do this all the way around. If you feel more comfortable using a smaller hook, then go ahead. I prefer to use the smaller hook, but I will have to keep changing back and forth, which is okay by me. If you're comfortable with the same hook, then go ahead. But just make sure that when you're doing it with the smaller one, you got to bring that stitch loose enough so it can meet exactly with the other ones. 3 and 4 and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's always harder to come in with this hook. For me it is anyway, because my tension is so tight. So I'm going to use my smaller one. And then it tends to turn on that curve, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 singles, and 5 chain. We're going to do this all the way around the same way, okay? Okay, everyone, pretty much done this row. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in, or you can do a 3 chain as you wish to do a double crochet. So single, 2 chain, my first double crochet. So we have 4 singles here. We're going to do 4 double crochet. So I have my 4 double crochet. Now you can go over the chain if you like. I'm going to go in the chain, but you can go over. I just find it's neater when you're going in the chain. You have more of that straight line. We'll be doing the 5 double crochets. We have 5 chain. So going in my stitch of those 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then again going into that first single. That's why you needed to loosen up those 5 chains in order, well, for one thing, not to have the pattern pulling. It has to be nice and straight. And then especially if you're going into the chain, it helps a lot to straighten out the pattern too. Okay, so 4 double crochets, and then again inside of that chain, I'm going straight in the middle, grabbing those 2 loops. I'm not grabbing back loops, okay? We don't want the pattern to be pulling. Doing those 5 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then going into that first single, second single with double crochet, the third single with double crochet, and my fourth, last one, with double crochet. That's all we're going to do all the way around. I'm cutting my thread after this. And going to decide still what's my next color. So 5 double crochets again and 4 on top of the single. Okay, as you can see, once you put it in the chain itself, it straightens out pretty much. Okay, just make sure you have 24 loops though. Okay, everyone, so finished all the way around the same way. I'm going to come in now with the brown. We're going to start to do those motifs that we have here in white. I'm going to do it in brown. Okay, so we got to do chain stitch. Everybody's tension is different and everybody's thread is different, so I don't know how many. I didn't even count mine because there's no point. We have to do chain stitch, and then after doing chain stitch, we're going to keep going very close to the edge here and do this to see if it measures up. Okay, so very close to the edge here. We don't want it to be too tight nor too baggy, so we got to make sure that once we do chain stitch, then we got to measure all the way around to see if it matches up. Okay, so basically slip stitch knot and then chain stitch and just continue. And I suggest using a hook size bigger so you can do your because we have to work double crochets on these chain stitch, so it's not too tight and it doesn't start curving all over the place. Okay, so you can use a size of hook bigger, and then I'm loosening it up quite a bit. And then after we're done, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be going all the way around with it. Okay? Okay, everyone. So pretty much did my chain stitch and put it very close, not on top of that stitch, but close enough, and went all the way around. And I'm more or less probably have to take down a little bit. I prefer to take it down than to be short. Okay, so even if you put a little extra, that's okay, because it's, you know, it's easier taking it down and then being short, taking the whole thing down and have to do more chain stitch. So once we've completed that, the desired length or the sufficient length for it, now we're going to be doing one. So we are counting, not the one on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 5th, I'm going to do double crochet. We're going to do double crochet all the way to the end. Make sure you grab both loops right on the center. If you grab only that back loop, it's going to fold, and we don't want that. We don't want it to fold itself. We need to fold it, okay, as we keep going around. So 1 double crochet per stitch all the way to the end. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine, and we're going to have to do exactly what we did 3 times. Okay, so the next chain stitch will be accordingly the measurement of this one, but I'll show you once I get to it. Okay, everyone, so I think I have the right size now. Now I'm going to, the side that we did the chain stitch is the side that goes in, okay, the chain stitch side. So all you have to do is one under, one over, okay, one under and one over all the way around. So this is what we're going to do. Make sure that you get the right side up too. It's very important. So I'm just gonna bring mine to here, make it easier to have it stretched out. Okay, everyone. So I think I pretty much have the size I wanted with the first one. Now I've done a chain stitch, this is just to show you, and you will need to do another one. So basically you come and you line that up very close to that one. Okay, and then if I need to take down, then I'll take a few down. It's easier to take down than two if we're missing. Okay, so then you'll make another chain stitch and then line that up after you finish doing this one with the double crochets exactly how we have there, and then you would do the opposite way, which I'll show you in a few minutes. So I'm going to use my hot gun glue. I also did a few knots here on the little tip, and we're going, so I'm going to turn it this way so we know this has to go under, and I'm going to turn it this way, and make sure you don't get both patterns here. So I'm just going to put like that, compress. This is transparent glue. You can wash, it won't go anywhere. Okay, and this one I'm just going to put a little bit right over just to secure that. And then you can put a little bit here on the pattern and on the brown. Make sure that it's all in place. You don't need much glue, just a little dab goes a long way. So that's pretty much glued in, and now you can stretch it and it should all fall into place. I don't want it to be too tight to the pattern. Don't forget, once we wash it, things shrink also. And make sure you verify you have one under and one up, one under, one up, one under, one up, okay? And then now I'm going to do my double crochets on this one and come back to you on it. Okay, everyone, so I've done the second one. Again, the chain stitch faces in, so we know that this one's going to go over, and make sure you have them faced properly. So under, over, exactly how we did, and you'll be doing the same thing to the next, the third chain that you will create. So I'm just gonna bring this out here. Of course, we're going to be gluing this underneath, so I'm going to bring it right to the edge and just pull on it, but don't over pull so it doesn't. So if I need to take some out, I will. It's easier to take out than to be short. So over, under, over, under. Okay. And this is how we're going to proceed with the third one also. So you know that there's always one that's over, like in this case, under. Next one is over in order to have that nice effect. And this one's going to be under. So I want to straighten my knot. We don't want it too tight and we don't want it too loose. Got to be very close to the first one. So mine is a little bit long, as we can see here. I'm just going to pull this a little bit more to the center here. Okay. So I will have to undo the knot that I did here, so I can take some down. Okay, I've been taking the top one, all right. So where we did the double crochets, this is where we have to take down. So we have to go under. So I'm going to come under. So we got to pull it this way. Back the other way. Like that. And take some out. Still a little bit too much here. Just a little bit. Okay, I think I should be okay on here. So I'm going to cut my thread and I'm going to secure that in so it does not come out. And then I'm going to come here and take whatever is extra on here that's not supposed to be on here. So like I said, it's much easier taking it down than being short, because then we'd have to take all the double crochet to make more chain stitch. So I'm just going to tie it, make like 2 knots because it's going to be glued anyway. And then I'm going to cut. Doesn't have to be too close up because we're going to glue it anyway. Okay. And then you glue and do the same thing again. Okay. So I'm going to do the third one And I'll come back to you once I've completed. Third one, you have to put very close to the edge, so make sure that you pull this well down close to the first one, because then the other one goes on up top. Okay, everyone. So pretty much glued my third piece on, and then you can pretty much stretch the pattern so everything can stay in place nicely. How gorgeous is that? Okay, so I'm going to come in with the mustard. For some reason, it's just telling me go with mustard. So I'm going to go with my gut feeling. And we're going to do single crochets all the way around. One per stitch. Now you can start your single as you normally do. I'm starting this way just because it won't show that this is where we started. It's just a technique of doing it. So one single per stitch all the way around. I think this is going to complement the brown. We don't want the pattern to be too dark either. And of course the flowering should bring out everything together. Should be a whole different contrast of the colors. I got glue everywhere. Oh my goodness, people. I'm telling you. It's a mess. It's glue, it's nail glue, it's nail gel, it's nail powders, it's you name it. Okay, so single crochet all the way around. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going into the next one. If you want to put a marker, go ahead. I don't need to because I know where my single is. So into the next one with single, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come in your 7th. Single, single, next stitch, single. So I have 3 singles, 1 per stitch. When I come back around, I'll complete my other 2 here. 9 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the 7th. Single, single, and single. This is how we're going to work all the way around. 9 chain, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the 7th. Single, single, and single. So I'll meet you at the end and let you know how many loops of 9 chain I have. Okay, everybody. So I'm arriving at the end. I have my last 9 chain. Remember, I have 2 singles still to do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 7th. Single and single. And we are already on that 3rd with slip stitch and going into the center of that 9 chain. Single 2 chain, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe it's 7. Yes, I was right. Sometimes I have to look at my pattern because I can't remember. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 2 and 7 more double crochets inside of this 9 chain. So we have a total of 14 double crochets and 2 chain space between the 7 double crochets. 2, 4, 6, and 7. So we have that middle single. We're going to come from behind. Actually, not even there. the bottom one, we have that single right below. We're going to do a front post single, and then come in again and do your 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 2 and 7 more double crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right below the middle one, we have that single coming and doing from behind to the front post single. And repeat again these 7 double crochets. Oh my God, I almost sneezed. So 7 double crochet and then 2 chain, 7 double crochet. Come below on that single with front post single, exactly how we did here. I'll meet you at the end. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you how many I had, right? Another thing was you could have wanted to create the whole pattern and do these at the end. You could have also, but I forgot to mention. But anyway, I think it's just better to get it over and done with. At least it's done already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 24 of these loops of 9 chain. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished it. I'm going to come in with that mixed green for my leaves. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. Now, right behind, remember we left the 3 singles here because we worked the one below, but the middle one, that single right on the middle, I'm going to do a single and 8 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain. So 3 chain is for double crochet and the other 5 for the V. So we're creating V's. So double crochet, 5 chain, double crochet. That means we did the 8 for that. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to come in the center of these 2 and single. So single in the middle of those 2 chain, but grabbing in the center and the bottom. Then chain 5 again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming in the middle, that single that we left behind, and doing double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Coming back in, creating a V. Like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, behind that 2 chain in the bottom and single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain again in the middle of that single back here. Double crochet and chain 5 and double crochet. So we're going to repeat this way all the way around, the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again. Single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Behind that middle single, double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again double crochet. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I've arrived on my very first V, and I've closed in with slip stitch on that second chain. I'm going to come inside of that V with single to chain, my first double crochet. I'm going to create 5 double crochets. So 2, 4, 5. I'm going to come on that first one and close in as popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. Coming back in and doing another 5 double crochets, doing another popcorn. So these are like our little branches, our little tree, or whatever you want to call them, our little leaves. And close in again your popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain, and coming inside of the next one. Now, it's supposed to be pretty much like that because after this is going to hide it, okay? Can't be too loose and it can't be pulling too much on it. So you see if 8 chains enough for you or if it's too much for you. Again, 5 double crochets and close in with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. Repeat again the same thing. 5 double crochets. Okay, now some people, they like to turn and just close it off by there if they don't want to take off the hook. I'm used to taking off the hook. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and repeat the 5 double crochets. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming back in that V and repeating everything again. Got glue still everywhere. And again with slip stitch and do your 8 chain. So it's supposed to be like that. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So finished all my leaves. I'm going to use this color for the flowers. So slip stitch knot coming inside of those 2 leaves, and I'm going to create single. We're going to do those 5 double crochets again and 2 chain. So this is my second double crochet, my third, my fourth, and my fifth. Again, doing the popcorn stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain this time, and again the 5 double crochets for the popcorn stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Coming in the center, that single with a single. I have so much construction going on, people. I'm sorry. 5 chain again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And create your 2 popcorn motifs, flowers with 5 double crochet. So hard to do recordings because of the noise. So 5 double crochet, popcorn, 5 chain, 5 double crochet popcorn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come in the center here with a single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue your popcorn with the 5 double crochets. I'm going to complete mine and then come back to you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished all my flowers, coming in again with that mustard. And the minute I start recording, it's the minute they start making noise. It's just unfreaking believable. Okay, so I'm going to come inside of my 5 chain of the flowers and do single 2 chain. So I'm going to do 7 double crochets, exactly how we did here, with the 7, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I'm going to come from in on the other side and do a front post single. And then working on this mustard chain, we're going to do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So a lot of you know I had a flood in my house from the terrace upstairs. It was really bad, destroyed half of the house. Now they're just fixing everything. Okay, so where we have, we're grabbing the front one here in the middle, and where we have that single back there, so I'm doing a single. So we can close that up. And then coming in again on that mustard, not mustard, mixed color. So we have one coming down, one going up. So doing those 7 double crochets again. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then coming from behind this time into the center, doing front post single. Okay. So very simple, and then doing your 7 double crochets again. Must hide this little knot here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Coming in the middle and out the other way, front post single, and coming down on that chain with 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Coming in the middle and into that single and doing a single, so we can close it up. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. I hope I wasn't off camera because I usually don't look into it. So going up 7 double crochets, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Coming in this way and into the middle, single front post, and then again directly in the center and doing those 7 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished all the flowering. Now you could have just leave it as is, and that's perfectly beautiful for a centerpiece. I'm coming back with my white, and I'm going to come, so where we have those front post singles, I'm going to come from behind here. See if you can see this, and grab the 2 loops back here, do a single, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. So we have that front post. I'm just going to grab the loops is right back here. Grab 2 loops, not one only, or else it's going to pull too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. We're doing this all the way around. So going in those 2 loops back here from that front post single, and doing a single 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain again into the center, and grab these 2. Kind of hard for me to see because the camera is in my face. I want to grab only one. I have to grab both loops, and I have a hard time seeing it because of the camera. So single, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, and into the next one. So even if you want to grab one loop from one paddle and a loop from another paddle, that's okay too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it makes it easier on everybody. So you can grab that loop and this loop from the other paddle. Oh my God, people, I'm telling you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The headache every day with these banging, and it has to be done, or else we'll be under the rubble here. Okay, so create these chain stitch, 5 chains on the middle, and then to here, to here, to here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, I've done all my chains. Now, I've closed in with slip stitch on that very first single we did. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 for double crochet, and inside of the chain I'm going to do 4 double crochets, 2, 3, and 4. On top of the single, 1 double crochet, and this is all we're going to repeat in the chain. 4 double crochets all the way around the same way, and then a single, a double crochet on the single, on top of the single. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my double crochets, closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in that same one, or you can go straight up with 3 chain for double crochet, single, 2 chain into the next one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 going into the 5th. So 1, 2, 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th. If your tension is too tight, I'm probably going to do 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if this is good. So 4 chain. If I need to do one more, I will. And doing those 5 double crochets again. 1 per stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on your 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is how we're going to repeat all the way around. If you find that it's too tight for you, you can do a 5 chain. Okay, Okay, everyone. So on my last one, I had to jump the 5 to close in the slip stitch. Don't know why, but anyway, it doesn't change anything in my book. So I'm going to do the walk with the slip stitch to the middle one, single, and then I'm coming in these 4 chains, and I'm going to do 9 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Coming again in the middle on that third one with single into that 4 chain again and doing 9 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. And then again single on that third double crochet. So this is what it looks like. We're going to create that effect loops of 9 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished, closed in with the slip stitch after doing my 9 double crochets on that single. Coming in again with slip stitch 1, 2, and 3. On my 4th, I'm going to do a single, 1, 2, let me just see here. No, sorry, 3 singles. So first single, second, and third single. So we're not working the first 3 double crochets, and we're not working the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains. Skip 1, 2, 3. Go on your 4th, single, single, and single. 3 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, skip 1, 2, 3 on your 4th, single, single, and single. Okay, so we're preparing. If you find that it's too tight, you can do a 7 chain. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished all my chains. Close in with slip stitch, coming to that middle single with a single, and now I'm going to do 11 double crochets. So that's all we're going to do in this row. 11 double crochets and then a single on the middle single. Exactly how we did the first one. Difference is this one has 9, this has 11, and I have one more row. So the next row will be repeating exactly what we did here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And again, a single. And again, you repeat your 11 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in with slip stitch. Again, we're going to skip the first 3 and we're not working on the last 3. So going into the 4th, 1, 2, 3, and on my 4th, single, 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 single. So we have 1, 2, 3 that we're not working on, and single. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. Now we're going to do a 7 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. I'm going to skip the first 3 going into the 4th. Again, doing those 5 singles, 1 per stitch. And on the next row, we're going to repeat again those 11 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3 into the 4th. Single, single, single. So 5 singles. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, finished my row, closed in with single on that first single. So I'm going to do my last row of these, and then we just have slip stitch through as the last row. So close this properly on the right single. So my first single is there, not on the second one. Sometimes you just miss, right? Okay, going into that middle again. So this is no different than what we did the first one when we did those. Remember the very first one here? We did those 5 double crochets, so we're going into the middle. Exactly the same thing here again. Again, I'm going to repeat my 11 double crochets. So the noise has calmed down now. It's getting late and they stopped working. Boy, let me tell you, my head and my ears, it's very hard to do tutorials with all this noise. I've been recording this pattern for 3 days. I had to stop because of the noise. I can't keep recording with all the banging. 2, 4, 6. I mean, not only that it's bad for you guys, but it's bad for my head too. Can't even concentrate. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Coming in that middle one with a single. Okay. Then I'm cutting my thread after this, because then we'll be working on top of these stitches. Now, an index for you. If you want to go bigger, then you can keep adding these. Just have to keep adding your chain stitch, as we did here. And we did 11, 2 rows of 11, so the next row you can do 13. Always skipping the 3 double crochets at the beginning and at the end. Do your singles. And then if you have to do a single, because it gets bigger, right? Single, and then go ahead and do another row of 13. So that's how you can increase on it. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And single on that middle one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, pretty much done. I'm going to come in with my brown. You can use whatever color you think is best for you. So I'm going to come in the center, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, and then into the next ones. Try to hide this thread here as I go. You can do your slip stitch knot. However, actually it's not slip stitch, sorry. We're going to be doing singles. You could do a slip stitch, but I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so I'm going to try that again. It's because I had done projects with slip stitch and I'm thinking I'm doing the same thing. Okay, so single into the next one, single, but like I said, you can do a slip stitch in it, into the next one, single. So these are all singles, but I'm grabbing both loops. I don't want it to be pulling only in one loop, so going right in the center. Trying to hide this little thread here as I go. And this is the last row. I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful creation of mine. I love it. And I've also created already the centerpiece for the placemats on this one, which I will be working on them right after I complete here. I'm looking for them and oh, here it is. So of course, the center is the same size, but I will be completing, once I finish this, exactly like these ones here, right? Okay, so on to the last one, single. Now I'm going to come in where I have that single and do front post single. Okay, and then again going into the center with singles all the way around. And we're pretty much done with this. I absolutely loved it, both colors actually. So, and I have a knot here. Yes, I do. Thought I was feeling it in my fingers. Okay, that was a quick fix. So please, if you have not subscribed, help out the channel by hitting that subscription button. You know it's free. These tutorials are all free for you. I spend many hours creating these pieces for you guys and teaching every single one of you the best that I can. And please don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you can share, sharing is caring through your social medias, your friends, your family, get them involved, get them to subscribe. It helps out any kind of way. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll leave the measurements below and how much thread I've used, remembering that everybody's thread is different and thickness is different. So, and if you're using Aunt Lydia number 3, your pattern will become automatically much bigger than mine. Okay, so I'll leave it at that, and I'll just complete mine and do a little video at the end for you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you.